You know what? That is actually an excellent segue of one of the things that I want to talk about today. Is basically the gist is taking video games seriously. What I mean by that is, you know, sometimes, let's say if you're playing like a co-op game or some kind of like party versus like a Mario Kart or some games like that, and occasionally you'll have that person among the group, usually not an avid gamer, like an occasional gaming person. So certainly does not qualify to be categorized as a gamer per se. Sometimes you'll have those people when a competitive person gets upset about losing or maybe something going wrong. Okay, let Central talk a little bit so I don't have to talk over. Yeah, so like occasionally you'll have those people who basically say something in the lines of, it's just a game, man. Don't, relax. I hate that phrase. I really do, and it makes me wonder people who say that if they ever take anything seriously. Um, because when you're even if it's a friendly game, and sometimes that phrase does have its place. I'm not saying that phrase is absolutely wrong all the time. Like sometimes some people do get a little overly upset and attached to games, especially competitive games, and that may affect the mood of the group that is just trying to have some casual fun. So that phrase is not entirely um, bad inherently, but I don't see anything wrong, absolutely like nothing wrong with taking games seriously as they say. Because if it's something that you enjoy, if it's something that you like, then you should take it seriously. Even if some of those other people might think it's just a game, maybe it's not just a game to you. Maybe it's something that you are passionate about. And by calling it it's just a game, man, that is insulting to something that you enjoy. Let's say that person who said that. I mean, I don't want to make it too stereotypic here, but let's say that person who said that phrase is an avid sports fan, and their favorite sports team lost an important game against a rival, like in a really heartbreaking loss, and they get really upset. They're angry, And I think it's wrong to face those people who are upset and say, "Hey, it's just a sports game, man. There's always next season. It's cool. Just relax. Why are you taking this so seriously?" What the hell? Nobody would say that. But for some reason, it's okay to say that to games. It's like I don't understand the difference there. Okay, here we go. And I bring this up because I played a little bit of the ranked matches for Rainbow Six Siege. I talked about how I played Rainbow Six Siege the other day, and how that is like a really serious game. It's in the same line of Counter Strike, because Counter Strike community is pretty intense. Obviously, there are people who play it just to goof around and have casual fun. Yes, that's always part of the community, and I'm not saying that's wrong. That's not like the right way to play or anything like that. No, you enjoy it however you want to enjoy it. That's absolutely fine. But Counter Strike, like CS:GO, basically nowadays, because that's the norm now. CS:GO and Rainbow Six Siege, I think, are like the two most serious, basically, games that are being played in terms of like first-person shooters, basically. And I was playing casual for the longest time because first of all I am no good at the game. It is so hardcore that like I play a lot of first-person shooters. I enjoy Battlefield quite a bit, and I enjoy Overwatch and Doom and all sorts of other first-person shooters. I've always been a fan of those franchises, or not franchise, that genre. And Rainbow Six Siege, I knew because I knew the original Rainbow Six. That was like the, I guess, the original of hardcore first-person shooters. So I knew going in that Siege was gonna be, oh god, that Siege was gonna be intense. She's panicking really bad. That Siege was gonna be really intense. So I only played casual for a while because one, I'm not very good at it, and like ranked matches, obviously if it's ranked, then the players take it far more seriously than in casual matches. That is just universal. So I was kind of afraid, I guess. I was intimidated in playing a ranked match because I knew the community, and then I just said, you know what, let's give it a try. And I did, and sure enough, my performance was not very good. And because for the ranked matches, basically it's universal. You gotta play like 10 placement matches, and then you get your rank, and then from there on, your matchmaking, you are matched to your skill level, or ideally anyway, that's how it should work. So I haven't finished my placements yet because after a while I got exhausted by the intensity of the game. But yeah, my performance was not so great. I mean, there were a few games that I did better than the others, but then there were some that I had, no kills. I was at the bottom of the scoreboard, just terrible performance. I get killed instantly when we start, just bad and embarrassing and sad. And obviously, this goes without saying, I guess, but I got called a variety of names that I shall not repeat at this point because of their extremely vulgar nature and just endless insults coming at my way. There was this one particular moment where we were defending, I think. Oh no, we were attacking. We were trying to capture something, and I just happened to be the last player standing in my team, probably because I was just kind of lucky. I wasn't really helping the team much, to be honest. I was doing what I could, but I couldn't really locate anybody, and that's just how it was. So I was the last person standing, and when that happens, your dead teammates can see your view, because they enter spectator mode automatically. And so they knew where I was. They knew what I was doing. They saw what I was doing, and yeah, they were not happy with my skill level, my tactics, in every way. They were not happy, and I got called many things that night. It was upsetting, of course, when you're being insulted that harshly, constantly, non-stop by 4 other people. In multiple languages, actually, because I'm in Europe now, so I play in European server, so some people speak in Russian and others in other languages that I'm not entirely sure. So, I got called many things in many languages. So it is upsetting when that happens, but I'm not necessarily angry at those people because I do understand that they take the game seriously. And I do too. I wasn't trolling the team, it just I wasn't very good. And unfortunately, the matchmaking put me with some much better skilled players, which was unfortunate. But that's how it was. And I think I need guerrilla tactics first. Yeah.
Guerrilla Tactics School construction
I don't remember which
initiated.
one I needed first, but somebody might yell at me for that. That's fine. But yeah, so I was taking it seriously as well. It's just I wasn't good enough. So yeah, getting yelled at, um, feelings were hurt, but I kind of knew that going in, and I felt bad for the team. You know, it's like
Local resistance
I
forces
wish I could have done better
but you
for the
are
team.
inside.
It is a
You'll
team
need to
game at the
find
end of the
out who
day,
were
and
first. This is only the beginning, Commander. Your
but
leadership
that's how it
will
is.
begin
Like
to
people
articulate
take these things
possibilities.
seriously because it's something they are passionate about. And when you know someone is genuinely passionate about something, you don't
Avenger
go up to their
calling new
face
course.
and say, "It's just a game, man. Why are you taking it so seriously?" You don't do that. That is just flat out rude. Because just replace games, the objective of the sentence, and change it to anything else, and you can immediately see how that is rude. You know, I was talking about sports earlier, um, but we have not finished. Yeah, I was talking about sports earlier, and
Avenger
it can apply
calling
to
new
any. It can
course.
apply to art. It can apply to your job. It can be anything.
I have made a number of
So
interesting
I
discoveries.
despise that phrase. It's just a game, because it's not to some people.